Yeah, let's talk about change. I just was getting pumped up there. So, change is one of those constants in life. I mean, you can ask anybody in your life, anybody you've interacted with, anybody you're going to engage with in future, whether they've experienced any type of change that has happened in their life. And without doubt, I'm 100% sure that the answer that they'll give you is yes, change has happened in my life. And it may be the small things, it may be bigger things, it may be enormous, gigantic things that have great consequence. But it is one of those things that are necessary in life, and one of those things that we need to accept. If you're going to grow in life, things are going to change. Imagine if, let me just use the analogy of Thomas Edison, right? Because he's popularly quoted for inventing the light bulb, right? He failed as many times as he did. Imagine if he gave up, and imagine if nobody else thought about the very same invention. Imagine that. What type of world would we actually be living in today? We'd be living in a world of primitive origins, like, primitive times. And that would be a sad reality for us. So change is one of those necessary things. I'm touching on change today because we are approaching the new year, right? And a lot of us not only want to change the way things are in our lives, but we also want to transform things to so that we grow and get to an elevated state of life, an elevated state of mind, an elevated state of perception of our lives. And so I just want to say there's change that you've had control over, change whereby you've made the decision to put yourself in a better place. You've made the decision to end a particular relationship. You've made the decision to finally open that business, and it may be doing well, it may not be doing well, but you've made that particular decision. And that has brought about change from the minute level, the smallest degree, and it may have brought change to a larger degree. It depends on individuals because we all face our unique situations. The reason I'm emphasizing change today and linking it with transformation, because bear in mind, they're not the same things. They're not the same things. Transformation would relate more to growth. Transformation would relate more to a mega change. It would relate more to a metamorphosis of thoughts. There's this picture that I saw from a cousin of mine, and he was sharing it on one of the social media platforms, right? And it's a picture of a caterpillar sitting with a butterfly. And the caterpillar is complaining to the butterfly, saying, "My guy, you've changed." And the butterfly is saying, "We're supposed to." So, in other words, change is supposed to happen. Change is a constant, it's necessary, it's supposed to happen. And the key thing for us is to embrace change whenever it hits us. It happens in the smallest level, as I've mentioned before. So it happens to a degree that we may not be noticing necessary changes. But to show how things change and transform, I was looking at my lawn just last month before the rains, and I'd put the lawn dressing on the lawn, and I was looking forward to it turning green and bringing about that ambience in my yard. And damn, did it take a hell of a long time. But in the period where the rains actually started coming, it took about 2 weeks, and the entire lawn was green, like it was never. It looked like it had never, ever, ever not been green. And it happened so fast. So change is happening around us, and we may not be seeing that it's happening. Now, I urge you to open your eyes and see the change that is happening in your life. Even the people around us, they change, and we only notice when it's a drastic change. But we should be acknowledging, embracing, and accepting the smaller changes as well. If it's good changes, we should be noticing them and encouraging those changes. If it's negative changes, we should be noticing them and discouraging. those particular changes. It's our duty and our role to bring about a positive change and influence. If you follow this platform, it's our duty and our role to bring about a positive change. So if you notice a change that is not positive, that is a hindrance to a person's prosperity and a person's growth and a person's development, then it's our role to actually play an advocate of change in a positive direction, right? So we need to embrace change, we need to accept change, and then we need to build ourselves upon the correct type of change so that we can transform. How do you bring about change? You bring about change through using tools that I've already spoken about in other types of videos, right? Tools such as, if you know that your health has deteriorated over a certain course of time, then the best course of action for you is to change your diet, to read about what type of diets are good, to find out what your blood group type is, and then to exercise, to sleep sufficiently. So create that balance in your life that will then be good for the health aspect of your life, right? If you know that it's a change that requires proper growth in your career, then you know that within your niche career, become a specialist. Know all that you need to know about the things that you are learning on a daily basis. In terms of business, for example, if you're in a particular industry, know all that you can about that particular industry. Again, change always happens, so never think that you are in a position to believe that you know everything that there is to know about your industry. So you need to read about it, you need to grow, you need to implement certain strategies that will take you to another stratosphere. Therefore, take you from just minor change to a transformation level where you are able to employ more people, where you are able to bring about a bigger impact, where you're able to contribute more to society, right? So identify the areas of your life where you actually need a particular change, and then find ways of learning how to bring about those change. I mean, we live in an era where information is abundant. It's there at the tip of your fingers. You need to know something, you find out like in mere seconds. So let's utilize the opportunities that we have so that we grow and change in a positive direction and possibly transform to greater heights. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best for the new year that's coming up. I wish you all the best for all you endeavor to achieve in life. I wish you all the best for life in general. So yeah, embrace the change and go get those goals, go get that vision that you've built for yourself. Peace out.